Is the music playing?
Can't find the file. There it is.
Time on Mystery University. In the early afternoon of the morning, Bourbon was revealed to have stolen the book in retaliation for the low payment for the school, confessing as Shoshana interrogated him. Following the lead from Bourbon, the investigative party made their way to the automated lifts, peeling apart the hidden compartments of each one, only to find that someone had beaten them to the punch. When Ivy took the form of a wolf and led them downstairs, the party was left to tour the lower levels of the academic tower, moving far down the city structure and into the hidden vaults. Magnum picked the lock to get them into when they only caught a glimpse of a fleeing shadow. With the young wizard taking the lead, Tolman was incredulous to find Magnum stopping for no reason, then realizing the problem when he too tried to shove his way past the gelatinous cube that was now digesting Magnum. Without delay, Kata moved fast, triangle jumping down the hallway as doves flew out around him, leaping through the cube and tackling Magnum and landing clear on the other side, leaving the monster empty and safely behind the both of them. With the two jelly-washed investigators pursuing the suspects, Ivy, Shoshana, and Tolman dealt with the cube. Shoshana and Ivy played a meta-magical game of tug-of-war with a gelatinous cube and a field of magical thorns that tore it apart bit by bit. Tolman complaining of Shoshana's spell effects, while most of it was being blasted away by lightning. The old man and the young man sprinted after the shadow, but Carter had the edge. Carter sprinted ahead, and he saw the figure, but they got away. So he sprinted again, and then he burned a Kai point, and then he got within striking range, but then he was tired, so he missed. And then they got away, and then he sprinted again, and he burned another Kai point. He sprinted twice. He caught up. He swung a right hook. He missed. He burned another Kai point. He sprinted for 2 turns. He caught up to her, and he fired his crossbow, and he hit something, but he wasn't her, so he missed. And then Tobin Patch was able to flank her with a wind tunnel, and Magnum got mad he wasn't able to cast his cool new spell. Taking the book from the Gnostic Natalie, they let her go and claimed the treasure. Everyone stopped before the lifts at Carter suggesting the decision of what to do with the book being made with everyone present. Carter wishing to finish the job they began, and Magnum stating that he would not want to be part of Tobin's lies and alienate himself from the magical university. Carter insisted he wanted to complete the job they'd been hired for, while Tillman accused him of only caring about the gold while telling Magnum they were qualified to make the book for their own wants, despite his doubts. Ultimately, the book was given to the Chirons, feeling that Bourbon was deserving of a bigger payday for his struggle. Meeting in the dark alley a few days later, the Prince, appeared to take possession of the Book of Tomes. The book may be safe, but will the party continue on? I wasn't gonna try to say his name.
Ogarev. Oregev.
Ogrim.
Dude, did you have that part about Carter before or after you were looking at my notes earlier?
Oh, that was the part that I had to clear with Rob 3 weeks ago because I thought of that right away and I wanted to make sure. I said, Rob, is it okay if I bully Carter in the recap? And he said, sure.
The new song?
It bumped in the tracks from Grim Fandango a little bit more.
The way it started, it just kind of went like, and then I was like, it's a duck. Mm.
I was gonna start with rolling downtime, if that's all okay.
Yeah. Downtime.
I'm gonna to mix things up. I'm gonna start from the bottom of the list and work my way up. If dude is ready for that. Is that a no?
I would rather not go first, but I can. But I have some questions for you first.
Oh, all right. Well, skip over to Ivy if you want to DM me those questions.
I can go.
What was Ivy up to for I think 3 weeks?
I'd say the first week she did just working. So that's a air vehicles roll.
Yeah.
And it's on GM. Let me change that, but it was good.
That was a solid one, yeah. Oh, damn. You have enough for the comfortable lifestyle plus 25 gold.
Uh, 25. And then the second week, I think, like, one thing she's doing in Sharn, besides, like, her main quest, is, like, trying to see how other Warforged are dealing. And I feel like she hasn't probably picked up too many Warforged customers in her work. So one then the second week she goes down to the Warforged bar and is kind of like observing their doing general chit chat, and I think it's probably there where she hears the suggestion of the prize fighting because I think a lot of Warforged having a lot of, martial and military past probably get involved in little fights, whether they're illegal or not. So we're gonna try to do prize fighting for the second week, which is more complicated than work, Jeff.
Where is the price? I saw that in there. Ah, come on. I can't find it in the stupid book. It's alphabetical. It can only be so many places. Here we are. Jeez. So you're probably going to quickly find out that the Warforged are kind of stuck with their own league.
hmm
Disparagingly named Rock'em Sock'em Warforged.
I'm writing that down.
It's the 19...
What was that? We lost him as he was making a bad joke, probably.
Hello, there we go. Cheesy
It was Discord punishing him.
The thing it's one of those things that's like it's funny now in the 1920s, but then like 60 years later, it's going to be looking back like, oh, they were horrible back then.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just reading the entry on it.
You're good.
Oh, okay. Is that how that? This is a weirdly written entry.
Fair warning, we may lose power here in a second. So if
no.
I suddenly drop, that's why. We've got a storm overhead, and it is making the lights flicker.
So the pit fighting entails 3 checks in a row
hmm
against a randomly determined DC.
Yeah. I didn't pick an easy one, guys.
No. So I roll D10, D10 2D10 plus 5, and that's the DC at which you make. Oof, this is rough.
It's like you gotta do it
So
like 3 different times, and then for each of
yeah,
my yeah.
So we'll do it one at a time here. That's right. Yeah. Oh, of course.
Oof.
No, that's 5. Hold up. Screw everything.
Use the first two.
Yes. So the first DC will be the 10. Screw it. Just gonna roll again. 15. DC 15. Uh,
I
athletics check, if you please.
yeah. Let's see. Ah. So
No, it's
close.
okay. Because it's not just you don't just lose. You just it's like best 2 out of 3 basically.
Mhm.
So that's just you coming out swinging.
Mhm.
Then I gotta roll again, and you need to make an acrobatics one.
This one I think I was going to replace with attack roll because you can do that once with the checks. It's a little further down in the.
Yeah, roll it.
So that'll be attack roll.
Oh ho. Just sorry, I'm just imagining this as like a better boxing match. And so like I became out punching, and then the second round she was losing, but she had hidden a quarter staff on herself.
It says roll. It doesn't say an unarmed strike attack roll.
I know. I know, just the image of that. That was the foreign object. So it's 1-1 so far. And then a flat constitution check.
And
That's your
it says it has a bonus that I get to roll my hit die after the check.
yes.
So
This is you putting them in your special final move.
con check. Oh, plus a 7.
Ho 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 ho.
Or is it what you roll? Like, is it just 3? I don't know how this works. Either way, I did good.
You did.
Oh, and no, you're fine. 2 successes, you win 100 gold.
Ooh.
There's money in pit fighting, let me tell you.
And then I think, she's probably made some acquaintances through that, which was like the whole point. Like, she wasn't super into the fighting or getting the prize money. So the last week show just goes back to work. Easy. Damn it.
Modest lifestyle.
All right, thank you.
You win this awesome fight when you go back on the work. You've got the Warforged equivalent of like a black eye or something. And everybody's like, ooh, I don't want to. I'll wait for the next one.
Probably more like a crack that I gotta get fixed.
Magnum, what were you up to?
I was gonna make the joke. Magnum goes, I have mending! I don't think mending actually works on Warforged, so. I was just gonna work. Do street performances. I don't remember what I rolled for that before.
Charisma performance?
I think so. I think it was either performance or arcane. I don't know. All I have is street wizard. But I can do performance. 3 weeks, right?
Yes, please.
Hey, not too bad.
Yep, you're able to support yourself in a comfortable lifestyle for all 3 weeks.
Cool. I have something to talk about with the entire group at some point, but I'd figure I'd just wait until we're all done with downtime stuff.
Shoshana.
House not renovated.
Pardon me?
Is the house not
We were
renovated?
talking about
That's what Magna wants to talk to everybody about, like, right at the beginning, but I figured that, like, if we're just rolling stuff.
Well, I'll just roll my regular work stuff just because it's not renovated. So,
Do you guys have the money to do it?
we think we might.
I'm pretty sure we do.
I'm just gonna roll my regular work stuff. Yeah, same as always. Shoshana's just barely there. I've been rolling alchemy tools for that. So, is it 2 weeks or 3?
3.
3. Okay. That's to GM, but it's not terrible. Hey,
Ooh.
each roll got a little better.
So, comfortable lifestyle, comfortable plus 25, comfortable plus 25.
Oh, okay. Find that handout again.
Finn.
Did you get my DM?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even look at it yet. There we are.
Is that possible for the first week? Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking on it real quick here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard you say something for a minute and it cut out.
All right, sorry, secret discussions. Hang on.
What do you guys think they're gonna start calling Ivy in the Warforged fighting world? Mean Green?
The wrath of nature. Sorry, I had to do it. All right. Yeah, that first week is going to be downtime. The other 2 are going checks or singing. Did I roll those?
If you'd like. This would be wages again. Comfy lifestyle, and then comfy plus 25.
Yay.
You're noticing that the clubs you're working on are getting progressively less sleazy every time.
Good. And that will.
Back to Dude. Did you want to roll that now, or did you want to sneak off with the side stuff on that one?
What do you mean? Like behind the scenes? I don't know if that would really be possible, considering it can result in me going to like jail for months. So we can do it now, but first Toma needs to check in with Magnum, and he needs to ask to borrow his thieves' tools.
Sure, why not?
Thanks. He's proficient in them. He just never replaced them after they were stolen by the Sharn Watch. So yeah. It's 25 gold to attempt and then 3 rolls, right, Jeff?
Yes. And
And
it'd probably
it
just be a low DC.
And it'll only take 1 week?
Yes.
Okay, so the first week Toman is generally away from the house at nights per usual. And then one of these nights he leaves after sunset wearing all black and a mask and carrying Magnum's thieves' tools, and he's like, all right, I'll be back in the morning or in 3 months, depending on how this goes. He is going to try to break into that guy's house.
So this will, let's make this DC 12.
Okay.
And then it'll take a dex. Yeah, so sorry, just reading this real quick. A dexterity stealth check, a thieves' tools check, and then investigation or perception, or just we'll come back to that.
Deception's the one I'm doing on that one for sure.
Stealth, please.
All right, stealth, please. Nope.
Oh.
All right, ready for the next one?
This will be a thieves' tools check.
Yeah, it will be. Nope.
Oh no!
I see where this is going.
All right, ready for the big one?
This will be your choice of investigation, perception, or deception.
Deception. All right, ready?
7.
Say
Come
9.
on, can we say 7?
All right.
Hey.
At least I don't go to fucking jail. Fuck you, X.
Look, there was a theme evolving.
It was gonna be a jackpot.
So that is he escapes, but he's like caught in the act, but escapes, right?
It's not that you were caught in the act. Like, yeah, something went wrong. Ultimately, you had to get out in a hurry. The heist failed, but you escaped.
So it's like 2 a.m. He barges into the house, slams the door, locks it, takes off the mask, burns it, takes off the shirt.
Is this like the time of late night where Shoshana and Finn are both awake at the same time, but in different directions?
Very possible.
So it's just like we're just there, just quietly drinking our coffee or whatever, and you just run in.
Yeah, Finn's just got his hat. He's had his hat pulled over his head most of the time, and he finally just looks up and goes, just watches slowly.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're doing this and words in the background, like.
Nothing to see here.
Wait. Sorry. Did you say that he rips off his shirt and burns it?
No, he burned the mask. Right now he's just taking off the shirt. You two want to put your fingerprints all over these thieves' tools?
Yeah,
No.
it's not the first time I've done it. You'll see he kind of changes his hand, reaches out, touches it.
Hey,
Those magnums.
Yeah, they are.
Sorry, I got the image of like Tommen like running into the room in the middle of the night, taking his shirt off. You two, I need you to put your hands on my tool.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Honestly,
I'm
Finn doesn't
sorry.
even bat an eye. It's a normal Tuesday night.
Moving to the next week. There's no consequences. Are there, Jeff?
Definitely.
I'm asking. That wasn't a statement. Are there consequences? Does that guy like still?
No.
Not that you're immediately aware of, at the very least.
All right, fuck it. I'm not doing that again. I'm gonna spend the next 2 weeks doing the charity work in the high wall.
All right.
I will deduct remaining balance from my GP for modest lifestyle. That is 2 persuasion rolls, right? 1 for each week.
Yes, please.
Okay, week number 2 and week number 3. Wow, good thing I didn't try to rob that house again.
Dude, what is happening? You've rolled 3 2s and 5 rolls.
Because Rob's not here.
Oh, you're right.
Did I get another complication?
Nope.
Did I get any credit for those 2 weeks, or do I get 0 credit for those 2 weeks?
I'm adding it to the stock pile. We'll come back to that. Sorry, plotting things out in secret.
You're good. I also like to think that when Tommen went upstairs to head to his room, he like passed through where Ivy tends to hang out, and she's just like, "You seem sweaty and stressed."
Everything is super cool.
That doesn't seem accurate.
Tried to break into someone's house. It didn't pan out. I turned back. The important thing is that I didn't get caught.
Doesn't seem like the most important lesson to take from that, but if that is what you think, all right.
I wouldn't say I learned a lesson.
No.
Except for maybe bring it back up.
Sorry.
You could have always asked.
I wanted to, but I don't know, just some other feeling told me that this would have been funnier. Tillman will return Magnum's thieves' tools. Naturally.
You gain slightly incriminating evidence tools.
I was going to do a bit where he like, well, go ahead.
aren't thieves' tools slightly incriminating to begin with?
Well, they
True.
just sell them in shops. That's what I was gonna do. Was I was gonna like go out to the local stores and be like, "Could you sell me some thieves' tools? By the way, when do you close?"
I always kind of figured it was more like you assemble your own toolkit out of things available at shops, and there's not like an aisle for thieves' tools.
I imagine like this kind of setting, it'd be like a specialty store. Like, there's just a place you can go. Like, yeah, you can buy a lockpicking kit.
Well, like it's like when you're buying the parts for a meth lab. You don't buy them all in one place.
I'm sorry, what?
So
I'm
stupid.
laughing very hard in Arkansas. I'm sorry. It just sounds like some colloquial ass wisdom you hear around here.
It's
Hmm.
accurate.
It is!
Yes. It's the phrase that's replaced. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't buy all your meth in one shop. Anyway.
It's not even that late yet.
Nope. Sure isn't.
Just what it's gonna be like tonight.
This is what happens when your DM does lots and lots of meth. Anyway, you guys are talking about wanting to do the renovations of the place, the manor. Do you have the money?
Yes. Magnum literally will like call a house meeting and plonk down a bag filled with about 500 gold on the table.
I don't have that much.
Shoshana looks concerned.
We'll need 300 more to make the house work. I don't have Magnum's voice today. Ah!
Meg, you don't need to pay for the brunt of this yourself.
I've got 175 I can throw on it.
I want you to be able to do your stuff where you want it to.
I know, but there's no rush.
I can cover the 125 that's necessary.
Shoshana will match Finn at 175.
Toman, we're over the limit now, so at this point, Toman would like to inform Magnum that he would like to pay more so that Magnum doesn't have to pay as much.
Yeah, that's
I'm-
why I figured we're all giving a little extra.
It's $800 gold to renovate the apartment, the upper levels.
Oh. What? Only the upper levels? What about the rest?
It's 300 to do the lower level, the tavern, the
Oh,
storefront.
Christ.
But it's
Well,
1,000 if you want to do it all at once.
We have 1,000. If we want to. We have 500 from Magnum, 200 from the last quest. We put that money directly into this fund. And then we're only... Oh.
Wes?
I don't know, that's what he...
We took the 200 gold from the school and put it directly into this fund.
Right.
This is a big pile of please don't ask where I got this money from. But yeah, you do have the money now to get the place properly spruced up.
I mean, cool. How do we want... Yeah, I don't know. How do we want to divide this?
Well, like I'm saying, what I have written down right now, including the 100 that you just put down, is 1,275.
Actually,
I
Finn's gonna
figured-
chip in 20 more, so Toman has 20 gold. He'll pay for
Yeah, I
his.
figured you deduct the excess from Mag's 500 because that's ridiculous.
Yes, I agree.
Do you want to know how much I actually have in my pockets?
However much
Yes.
over 1,000 when we total it all up is how much extra you have, in my opinion.
Prior to plonking the bag down, he had over 700 gold in his pockets.
Damn.
You're the richest wizard in any D&D game I've ever been in.
I pulled a stunt that I'm never gonna get away with
I
again. Because Jeff.
But like I'm saying that, but I'm saying that knowing that you're gonna need that to continue being a wizard. So keep some for yourself.
Yeah, I'll put the 275 back in my pocket, and there's 1,000 gold to renovate everything all at once.
Hey, we have furniture.
Oh, don't worry, Ivy. I just didn't want to give less than Finn. I'm cleaned out by 175. So Shauna's just like, no, Max college fund.
So that's why I had it.
Manuel wants to live
I
in
have
a nice
only
house.
lost money.
Sweet.
The first thing that
renovation.
happened to me in the city was I got robbed.
Well, that happened to all of us.
Yeah, same.
I got dangled off the
In
edge. It
front
was
of
different.
raccoon.
It's not-
Well, you got dangled off the edge on account of how charming you are.
Hey.
Oh, come on.
Oh my gosh, I can't find my actual calculator, so I'm trying to do it on the computer, and I keep like mistyping everything.
Gunter and Cleo are both just like climbing on me.
Just enough money to buy some spells if I wanted to. But
It should be 1,175, right? Or 1,275?
1,275, so I put the 275 back in my pocket.
Yeah.
I now will still have close to 500. Woo!
That'll cover next level spells.
Yeah.
Component.
Magnum did a dumb on his own.
You have some workers coming in and out. A fun little montage there, like everybody pitching in and helping out together.
M's music plays in the background.
I will put in that map that X made.
Yeah, I only made like the part that is Shoshana and Ivy's part. If anyone else wants me to do a common space or want to like do it automatically.
Jeff, if you could just hide Tumen's area, that would be enough.
Oh,
Oh,
Tobin uses renovation money to black out his entire room with magical darkness.
I need to like get a clean copy so I can actually do that because I keep meaning to and I keep forgetting to. What just happened?
So while we're like not doing too much right now, Lynn's the only one that has this information, but everybody else would have seen it. Where Ivy has planted things outside in the like tiny garden area, it is now borderline jungle looking in growth. It is very unruly, and there are like vegetables available now suddenly.
Yay! greens.
And they had to making the plants bigger. They had to do a lot of. One thing I thought there would be an explosion of was herbs. So Magnum and Ivy were collecting a bunch, and now they're sort of hanging in the lower bar room, like drying, like covering walls.
Cool.
Ivy, I'm just gonna guarantee somewhere in that is a pot plant hidden. Probably the Finn snuck out there and plant in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that spell doesn't discriminate. So very very large pot plants.
Good.
It's the pipeweed. Have you guys given any thought to what you want to do with the storefront area? Which is the entire first floor.
I mean, I have thoughts, but we're not there yet.
Magnum's on board with whatever Shauna plans.
I think right now it's just mainly used as like the meeting room and like the
Yeah.
food area. It's not quite being completely utilized, but that's fine.
I'm definitely cool with it being like our common area as opposed to a business front for now.
I mean, it's just a big empty room.
I kind of want to like set it up like a fake business area, like something where it would be reasonable for someone to come into when we have a meeting with them, but that no actual customer would ever go to.
A front.
Yeah.
A front for a front.
I mean, if we need to have like, private meetings with anyone, the upstairs common room would work fine for that.
Uh, chugga, chugga, chugga. Otherwise, is there anything else anybody else wanted to do?
My only other thing involved Carter being here, sadly.
He getting in.
Yeah, he can pay us to live here now if he wants. Now this place is actually nice.
No sooner than you guys complete your renovations and actually have a place to live in now that has like furniture and beds, and you don't have to just like eat off of like boards of wood anymore. There comes a knock on the door.
Ivy will answer
So-
it.
Just for future reference, when I have people come to the apartment map here, do you want me to have them come in on the first floor where everybody's tokens are, or up in the common room?
Well, that
This
might
varies.
depend because I have some stuff I'm working on regarding that top floor, and I guess it'll depend on the character whether they would want to come in to the top floor or the bottom floor.
I will say if they come to the second floor common room area and knock, almost always Ivy can answer the door there. She's rarely in the bar unless people ask her to be down there.
All right. Well, at the very least, I'm going to go with the common room this time because might as well use this very nice new map we have.
Hmm.
So cute with its little tea set.
But coming by late at night and wearing a cloak is Commander Vilroy.
Ivy will open the door. Come in.
Thank you.
Remain.
She looks nervously over her shoulder as she enters the building and doesn't really seem to relax until the door is closed, and she goes to the effort of going over and pulling the blinds.
Something wrong.
I've got a bit of a sensitive issue that you guys might be able to profit from.
What's the matter?
It's just immediately like she gives you this big shit-eating grin. I can't tell you.
Shoshana just nods.
It's
And-
over my head. This is state security level stuff. I need you guys either in or you're out first off. I got. And she opens up her cloak and she pulls out a small envelope. 1,000 gold.
Are you
That's-
worried about being overheard? Or can you really not tell?
I cannot tell you specifically what is going to happen until such a time as it's too late for you guys to tell anyone else.
Are we taking a fall for you?
No. This is legit. This is up and up.
Your presentation is rather ominous, but I'm in.
I am as well, but I'll have to tell the others. They can decide for themselves. I'll go upstairs and start knocking on doors. I'll knock on Tommen's ominous, totally blacked out door first.
He'll emerge.
What's in there?
He's positioned himself in a way so as to block her from seeing as much as possible.
Definitely trying to look.
If she tries really hard to look, she might be able to make out the edge of a well-worn cot that doesn't seem worth any amount of money they have spent on the upgrade. There is flickering candlelight. There are a lot of clothes, a lot of loose cloth all over the floor. He's wearing has his mustache on and he's speaking his news. It's just like, yes.
We have a visitor. Miss Vilroy. She has. Oh, she can't exactly explain what she has for us, but she has something.
I'm surprised she has faith in us. Where is she?
Downstairs.
Great, I'll go say hi.
This is a bit of a downside. This was supposed to be like 2 episodes down the road, but we needed Rob for the intervening episode.
Oh.
It happens.
It does. I get.
I will then knock on Mag's door.
He doesn't open up, but he just goes, yeah.
9. There's a job.
Alright, now.
It's well, there's no obligation to participate.
No, it's fine. I'll just get changed to come down.
Does Max sound okay?
He's a little hoarse-voiced. Like, at nights when he has had nightmares. But it just kind of sounds like normal nightmare business.
She lingers for a second, and then, God, Finn's upstairs, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
She just bangs the ceiling with a broom handle or something.
He'll eventually come slinking down.
Magnan comes out of the door after a few minutes, having gotten dressed. But he'll head downstairs. With his kitty, which he is hugging like a teddy bear. This was my chair first, Finn! You're off!
The thing is, I moved that token over like 5 minutes ago. I just don't think it updated.
I specifically put enough seating in this room for everyone.
It's just
Where Ivy usually is.
there's that shot where Finn comes into the room, moves over, goes to sit down, and as soon as he does, like just Magnum's immediately there, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry. So he walks up, goes to the other one, tries to sit down. Scraggamuffin's there. Oh, huh.
I mean, I do have.
Finn will just at this point set the cat on his head and just sit down.
No, Magnum's hugging Scragamuffin like a teddy bear right now. It's his security cat.
Oh yeah,
currently.
Shoshana starts pouring tea for everyone. It's much better quality than the coffee. The coffee is still crap, but the tea is good.
I need to order new tea.
Sorry, I can't give everybody more details on what's going what's going down.
It doesn't matter as long as Shauna trusts it.
I think we've all started to expect a certain level of vagueness.
This one's even worse than normal.
Worse than the last.
She opens her mouth to reply, but then whatever she was originally going to say, she thinks better of it, and then just goes, "Yeah, you're right. These always suck, don't they?"
Shoshana, there's the slightest bit of a smile. Just a little bit. And she just shrugs, like, yeah, whatever. That's how it is.
If I can count on everybody to be in on this one. She'll give you directions to a park in the next district over. There'll be someone waiting for you there with a sky coach to take you where the job is. If you have anything extra, you might need to pack an overnight bag.
How wetworks is this? Are we gonna have to wear blindfolds on the airlift?
No. It's not that hardcore. It's just we're going to keep things a secret as long as we can.
Right. Alright, I'm gonna go get my toothbrush if everyone's in.
Yep, Finn will automatically be slinking upstairs to grab his stuff and come back down. He's used to this.
Yeah, Shoshana will go into her room.
Magnum grabs Kings.
While you're doing that, Jermaine will bow out.
Goodbye.
You just sounded like almost exactly like the AOL sign out
Oh my god.
Yeah.
that there was for a
Amazing.
moment.
Yes!
Fabulous. It just like I had a moment of like, wait, did Erica actually say something, or was that just childhood memories? Oh boy. Fantastic. 10 out of 10.
If you're all ready to depart, you'll head over to a short walk away, but there's just a simple park nearby. Sure enough, there's a sky coach waiting for you. The gentleman piloting it obviously seems ex-military, but he doesn't take any questions. He just gets the sky coach up as high as the sky as he can, flies across the city, and then comes back down into Lower Tavik's Landing.
Is he sorry,
Oh,
is
shit.
he someone from Jermaine's unit?
You don't recognize him immediately, but the watch uniforms always have a little bit of a helmet on.
Okay.
And you find yourself deposited. Oh, just make sure I got everything right.
At least it's not upper Tavik's Landing.
You're gonna have to
It
go
could
there
be
one
worse.
day, and it's gonna just be a disaster. Into the terminus station, the central train junction for the entire city.
Are we being handed tickets?
No, it's very late at night, and basically everything largely seems to have closed down. Ignore the upper platform. We're looking at the lower platform. Except for a couple of watchmen blocking off the stairs to the lower level. And on the platform itself, Vilroy speaking to two members of House Orion,
Huh?
which is the dragon-marked house that runs the trains.
Mm-hmm.
And where Mag's future sugar daddy lives. Or not lives, but he's part of that house, right?
I have no comment on the matter.
It has unicorns, then yes, it is the correct house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I remember the screaming unicorn outside of his place.
Screaming unicorn.
People are trying to get into the house. Rah!
Man, this map always takes so long.
Mm-hmm.
The Batman's here still.
Batman?
On the lower part of the
Oh,
map.
Yeah. No, I know what you
Batman?
mean. Yeah, the dude you were chasing and pretending to her thing, and the lady's up at the top where we are.
Oh, right. I saw the lady. I didn't remember the.
Oh, for some... I saw that token, and I got it confused with Finn's alter ego.
I did the same damn thing. Sorry, Finn.
It's fine.
I know the difference. That does lead me to question whether they'll just be someone random showing up and hanging out with our group sometime and we're just like, yeah, it's just Finn, and then it's not.
That would be super funny.
That
See,
wasn't the
what'll
prince that
happen
met you in
is-
the alley.
We'll do that, and that'll happen, and then Finn will walk into the room, and then we'll turn to the person we thought was Finn and be like, "Who are you?" That's actually Finn, and the one who walked in is not Finn.
I want to do that at some point.
Spider-Man meme.
It's a remake of The Thing, but it's all Finns.
It's all Finn.
It's the Spider-Man meme.
Oh. It is.
Oh, somebody please draw that. No, not really.
I will at least Photoshop it later.
Good.
See, I have the files, so
Anyway.
I can do that if I want to.
You do.
Continue. Sorry for interrupting.
You arrive on the... With nobody else around in the station, your footsteps on the marble flooring just echoes weirdly unnaturally. It's weird to be in a place this big in Sharn that's totally empty. And as you approach, Vilroy obviously hears you coming and turns to speak to you. Ah, I'm glad you could join us.
Magnum is wholeheartedly doing his very best not to just, like, make little sounds to hear it echo.
This is your fair warning. This is your last chance to step out. No worries. After I tell you what's happening, you cannot leave the station.
Magnum gives her a mocking salute, just like, yeah, whatever.
Ever?
2 days ago. Oh, where'd you go? The Watch managed to capture an agent of the Emerald Claw, one Amelie Simonova. Tonight, she's being moved out from Sharn to Roet. Roet being the capital city of Brayland, for interrogation and trial. The thing is, the Emerald Claw knows we have her, and they are not going to let her get there.
Like, they want her back, or they want her... And he draws, like, a finger across his throat.
Yes! Both of those things.
Oh.
So we're here as extra security.
You're here as the entire security. Here's the thing. The Emerald Claw has a lot of sympathizers in town. There's no way we can hide when they're getting moved out. So, there's been a little bit of trickery employed. We made it very clear that they're going to be leaving from a train later this morning. They're not going to be on the train. That train's going to be filled to the brim with red cloaks. They're walking into a trap. The actual prisoner transfer will be happening on a train departing in about 20 minutes. I
Would you not imagine if this group cared that much, they would not already be surveilling the station and notice that it's completely empty? And that is odd.
we're working on that. It's all we're making it. I'm sorry, the words are failing me all of a sudden. Ready for that break. We're not trying to hide the fact that this being moved. We're just doing it early on a train that's a boring old cargo vessel. This place is going to be cleared out for the rest of the night until the decoy train leaves. The only real catch is that I can't entirely trust the watch not to keep their mouths shut about this. So I need some measure of security.
I suppose we're in. Too late to turn back now, isn't it?
Well, I could just throw you in jail overnight at this point.
No thanks.
Yeah, I don't recommend it either.
Jeff, could I ask a DM question?
Please.
Has the Emerald Claw been mentioned before in this game?
No.
I don't believe so.
Okay. So Ivy would then ask, who are the Emerald Claw?
We'll pop the handout. They were knights of Karnath during the last war. They didn't really buy into the whole having control or peace treaty or innocent bystanders or don't raise the undead line of thinking.
So, a group of powerful necromancers.
No, they're only led by the necromancers. Most of them are knights.
Hmm.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that's why we're leaving it to the Red Cloaks. These guys act high and mighty when they're pushing around villagers, but let's see how they do against an army battalion on an armored train. I can't find what I do with the Emerald Claw handout. I looked really hard, and I
Okay, no, that's fine. I just thought
I was
Roll20
I was
can
trying to
act
cover
infected
for it. It
anyway.
was like crap.
Oh, Erica made it sound like she was reading off of it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I can't find it.
The only ones that'll be on the train are you, the prisoners, and the two engineers running it.
Wait,
She gestures to the two gentlemen over her shoulder.
prisoners? I thought you just said it was one person at first.
It's one person that we care about, but this is a regular prisoner transfer. There's a bunch of prisoners that we have to take care of. They're all bound and caged.
And how many
And-
times have they escaped those cages before?
Have they escaped it? The cages? Yes. Have they escaped the trains? 0, because we have a wide variety of thugs.
Transporting a single high-profile individual might have been a good job for a ragtag mercenary group, but if you're going to give us multiple, it might be a good idea to install a single guard, even if it's just a token.
She hands you a manifest of the various prisoners.
Holy shit.
Most of them are petty crooks that are just wanted outside of the jurisdiction.
What? What? There's one with no name.
Oh, did something pop?
This
Yes.
time, yes.
It's prisoner manifest.
Oh yeah, that's that prisoner.
What instructions?
Hands you that other piece of paper.
And why is that?
Dunno. There are secrets within secrets.
Is this the same prisoner we're supposed to be transporting?
We have a
Shoot,
gremlin.
I
on
screwed
the
up her
ship.
name.
We have a gremlin on the ship, guys. Make sure it doesn't get wet.
No, Molly's the bottom one. Oh, but you had her last name wrong.
I did. I switched her last name at some point. Sorry.
God, I'm so curious about 5514.
Oh no, I'm immediately gonna go poke that bear because I want to see what the fuck it is.
As soon as this list popped up, I was like, is there anyone I know on this list?
That same thing I thought.
I will also point out that it says 5541 in one place and 5514.
Ah.
Sorry.
See, this is
you just make it 26541, and then we'll always remember.
Gerald Goodberry. I want to know what he
That-
did.
That took me a minute because I was sitting here going like, what's the number that has the song attached to it? And now you've said it because I couldn't think of what it was.
My guess is that Gerald Goodberry made bootleg hooch with good berries.
I hope so, and I would drink the shit out of that.
That would be bad.
I really want to see who texts
You're
us
very-
too. I'm curious about this.
Buddy not crinkle.
These names are fantastic.
Clang.
Oh no, I'm gonna immediately poke every one of these bears to see if I know any of them.
you head onto the train.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's this job paying?
1,000 gold.
Upon successful delivery of all prisoners.
Yeah, alright.
Well, what if all prisoners don't make it there?
I'm sorry, I misspoke. Upon successful delivery of the prisoner.
Ah, that's better.
Hey, it'll recoup the house fund.
Shoshana, like, glances at Mag significantly. Like, he'll recoup you. And the rest of us can split it.
They head onto the train.
Yarp.
Yeah.
There's two poor engineers are like, "Hi, I'm glad to be working with." Oh, you're all right. Bye.
Magna will tip his hat. He's polite.
Shoshana will nod.
Don't look me in the eye.
It'll also tip us out.
Just Scragamuffin will like make a horrible at them. Thing sounds like it should probably be dead.
I just hope one day in Eberron, Eldritch Cat and Scragamuffin meet, and it's horrifying and fantastic, and you find out they're somehow related.
It's just they just immediately grow up and it's just like
touch and a
Godzilla
rift
versus
opens.
King Kong.
Because they both had horrifying mouths, and I love it.
I just like creaky door cats.
I do too.
Yeah.
I love them. They're the
Jeff,
best.
would we have been told how long it takes for the train to get to Rote? Is that where we're going?
What? I think it's how it's pronounced. I believe it is I had this written down and now it's gone. Why do I do this? And I managed to close the window.
We
My
could go to
brain
break
is
early,
just-
Jeff.
Well, I'm trying to get there and it's just my brain is absolute mush.
Happens to everybody. Just take your time, dude. It's fine.
Okay.
Don't.
God damn it.
Damn it.
Too slow.
I was telling myself, I was thinking of how to phrase that. Say man. Say man. Don't say dude. Say man. And it didn't work. Because every time.
It's the joke that has been funny for 3 years and will continue to be funny.
It is a 7-hour journey.
Oh.
At least it's not a 3-hour cruise.
God.
Negative inspiration.
Oh, come on!
That's right. I have to add my Sharntootin inspiration to my sheet. I'm taking that.
Don't give me negative inspiration. I so rarely make Gilligan jokes.
This is why, because you're punishable.
No, it's because nobody likes Gilligan's Island but me.
I liked it.
I loved that show.
I haven't
It
seen
was my
it in
first
forever.
name at some point.
What?
That's who-
You guys head on to the train as the engineers come up behind you like, no, it's okay. We don't need names anyway. But I'm Steve, and I'm 2 days from retirement. And Jim here just found out he's going to be a dad.
Congratulations.
Do you already have kids, Steve?
Ah, sure do. Some loving grandchildren.
Magnum looks
Oh
in his
man, I bet
spellbook.
you guys can't wait to get back to your families.
Oh, Christ.
Magnum looks
What's-
in his spellbook, shakes his head, walks onto the train.
And
What
at
was the
that
new
point,
father's name?
Jim.
Jim,
Jim.
I'm very much like Jim.
let's go to the cockpit and raise flags together.
And at that point, we'll take a 15-minute break.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Why are you doing this? Uh-oh.
No.
Hang on. Okay. Down. C. Control V.
Hmm.
Where do I want to put you guys? Maybe in the kitchen. So at this point, the train is still in the station. The engineers hurriedly get the engines running. But you do have a few minutes to investigate the train and the people thereon, if you wish. By the looks of it, you have the
So-
whole train to yourself.
So long. God.
Finn wanted to do that for sure, right?
You broke up there. What was that?
Finn wanted to investigate the people for sure, so I wasn't gonna get, I wasn't gonna jump
Yeah.
up for that.
Yeah, he's gonna at least go poke around and see.
The train itself seems to be devoted entirely to cargo, mostly open-topped cargo platforms and not even like full enclosed cars.
So are we not even aware of... I mean, there's a car that seems to have prisoners in it, but like, do we know who is who?
Each one will have a number. Like you'll be able to between the manifest, the number, you'll be able to tell who's who.
Okay. Of course, one of them is... Is that just like a steel box for the mystery prisoner?
Sure, looks like it.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll be making my way down there. I'm gonna poke in and see who everyone is and if I know anyone.
Shoshana's just lingering outside the door.
Following.
Just Shoshana peeking in like a nervous cat.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, like, there could be anyone in the fucking world on this train. But I am playing a D&D character with a backstory, so like... just in case. I'm gonna be interested.
So can I see in the metal box at all?
No, there
Damn
does
it.
not need to be any viewing port, any like even air holes.
So
Probably
if I
fine.
knock on the box, what do I hear back?
If you start to knock on the box, Ivy will say, "You are already breaking procedure. Do not interact with that prisoner."
Alright, fine. I'm gonna look at the others and see who they are. Do I recognize any of these people or do they seem to recognize me?
None of them seem to recognize you offhand. Most of these guys do not look like particularly hardened criminals. Just glancing over the crowd, most of them have like parole violations written all over them.
Aw.
But among them, you do notice
I'll stop and
she's sitting on the ground, arms crossed, looking very unamused at these proceedings.
Finn just gives her the same unamused stare right back.
Tell me, have you prepared your will?
Why should I have to?
Because as soon as this train leaves the station, you're all dead.
I'll believe it when I fucking see it.
There's a bit of a shudder, and you can feel the elementals bound to the start of the car begin to heat up and push the train forward.
My insight check. Is she just like talking shit, or like does she know something?
Would you like to roll insight?
Yeah. Cursed skill for me every game.
Yeah, it's not bad. She seems pretty confident in her words.
Um, as soon as she said that, I think Ivy's gonna leave the scene and begin a more thorough investigation of the train, looking for something that would be, I can't think of the right word, sabotaged, I guess. Probably heading
Danny's
to the
gonna look
front.
Sorry.
We'll give you some time to carry out that task,
Hmm.
and then I'll give you an investigation check for the entire train as a whole.
I say Magna will stop being stuck to Clue, like to Shoshana, and will go with Ivy to help her look things over and be stuck to Ivy's side like Lou.
Okay.
I just imagine he never like disconnects from them at the same time.
I mean,
Like it's just like a moon getting trapped in like a different gravity well.
Having not gotten a super good sense of whether she's just talking shit or not, I'm just gonna cast Detect Thoughts on her. Just like for the conversation that's no doubt about to happen between her, Finn, and Tommen.
that's a good point.
Roll a charisma save, if you please.
Oh, cool. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna use my darn tootin' inspiration. Cool. Great. Wait, was that a reroll or is that a D6?
D6.
Oh, even better. Okay, 14.
14 was the DC.
Oh, thank God.
You try to probe her mind, but as soon as you do, you just feel like you've crashed into a brick wall. Something almost seems to snap back at you, but the spell does sort of severs before that's able to like reach its full effect. And Amali turns and just glares at Shoshana like it's not that easy.
Woman reaches out and just she's shackled or she's in a cage.
She's just in a cage.
He's gonna try and quickly like snap at her, like he'll reach in and like shove her, get her attention, and just like don't look at her, look at us.
Would you like to roll intimidation?
Sure.
And
Also, does the spell, like, end? Or does it just not work on her?
The spell ends, yes.
Ooh. Yeah, Shoshana definitely, like, staggers a bit back against the doorway when that happens.
Simonova does her best to keep a cool exterior, but you can see like she tilts back as far as she can in the cage.
Your lives
Oh,
must
geez.
really be worth nothing for the Sharn Watch to leave you in our hands.
Behind you, the very large Warforged named Big Jim just goes, "Oh."
Shut up, Big Jim.
Oh.
Do it.
And he's a dwarf, so we have confirmed the theory that we made during the break.
No, he's a Warforged.
Oh, sorry, I don't know what the fuck I heard. Jesus. He doesn't have like any way to actually interrogate her and get information without going into the box. I presume she's just keeping quiet now, right?
Yeah, she's just glaring.
We don't have keys, do we?
No way they would trust us with keys.
Yeah.
They were not keys, no. The train is starting to pull out of Sharn and reaching its fuller speed.
Are any of them shackled / handcuffed, or are they just sitting in there?
Only the one is also handcuffed inside the cell.
Our
There's-
girl?
No. The lady at the very end.
Happening.
Does her seagull have a knife in its beak in that picture?
Yes.
That is fantastic.
I love this picture, and I wish I had found it in time for Pirate Game, but I did not.
Any relation to the Barovian Avenir?
Did you ask her that?
No. Shauna doesn't know what the fuck Barovia is.
Or does she?
Wow.
There it
Now
is.
that you mention it.
I mean, she.
Actually, I think the closest one in the party that would know anything about it might actually be Finn.
And that's just because.
Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
As all this is going on, you're giving each car a thorough inspection. You're sort of looking on the platforms in between to make sure like the connections are all right. As much as you can, you give this train a good looking over. Please roll investigation.
With
And-
advantage 'cause Magnum's helping.
Yes. That's what you said. So. Aww.
Oh no.
It helps a
Trains
little.
aren't your forte, but everything seems to be in working order.
They certainly aren't. In the meantime, Ivy's gonna turn to Magnum, who is you described as clinging. Maybe not that word, but he's to her side.
Yeah, it's like if you move wrong, you bump into him.
Is he shorter than Ivy, or is he taller?
He is 5'11", I believe.
Okay, so he's taller.
Tall string bean.
So she just turns to him and she asks, "Is everything all right, Magpie?"
Yeah, just I had one of my bad dreams again before everything. Make me uneasy.
Are they about anything specific?
It's the same one every time. It's okay. It's not worth talking about right now when we're working. I'll be okay.
She kind of just nods. I understand. Though I will note that having the same dream every time usually means it's not quite a dream. And hopefully you'll tell me about it.
He gives like a tiny little smile.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one day.
At least everything seems fine here.
It's a train.
She says, and like right behind her back, there's like this horribly cut brake line leaking fluid all over the place. No, I'm
Uh.
teasing.
I mean, but it's gonna be something. I think Ivy would probably then start heading back to see the rest of the group. So they'll be making their way.
Coleman is like harassing the prisoner.
Because of course he is.
She takes it all in stride. Like she just sits very uncomfortably in her cell and glares back up
It's gonna piss him off more. He might roll to attack.
through the bars.
Possibly. I mean, he casts spells, Jeff.
Finn's just gonna sit down and lean against the bars.
Which bars?
Right here, dead set in the middle, kind of leaning sideways against them to so he can keep an eye on her the whole time.
She eventually just chimes in. Aren't you worried that any of the other prisoners are going to escape?
He looks at everyone in the room and conjures his great sword and just like, oh, they're all welcome to try. How about you, Jim? You want to give it a go?
The warlord just blinks. Okay. And like he shakes at the cage door.
I'm gonna
Oh.
attack his hand. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. You forgot how doors worked, you silly man.
You tricked me.
Yes, I did. I'm terrible.
I'm more curious. What's over there in that cage? The one locked up that no one can see.
Oh, well, good news. They happen to have told me everything before we left.
Finn's just gonna sit there and stare without blinking for a full minute. Just so I really unsettle her.
You'll never know
Care
if
to
I'm being
elaborate?
sarcastic or not.
Yeah, I am gonna roll an insight check on that, which is why I'm intensely staring.
You get the genuine feeling she's trying to just get under your skin.
I'm gonna look very just nonchalantly and go, you know, you keep bragging that you're gonna fucking kill us or someone's gonna escape. You care to elaborate on these plans? You seem so confident in yourself, and I just don't think you can pull it off.
Oh, I don't think I'll do anything so brash as to walk out of this cell, but you'd be surprised what the Emerald Claw is capable of.
You're gonna try and hijack the train? Am I right?
She shrugs.
Insight check again. Damn it! Yeah.
If she was privy to the rescue plans, she's hiding it very well.
Finn's gonna walk and let Ivy and them know that they need to probably watch the front of the train. At least somebody does. because that kind of alluded to a train jacking, in my opinion. Or they're gonna try and pull a Final Fantasy VIII where they disconnect all the cars and reroute the train, and I haven't decided which yet.
I checked all the
If
car
that's what's about
connections.
to happen, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I just,
Oh,
I just,
same. I'm gonna
I
laugh
so
my ass off.
want Finn come running. Oh, that.
God, I hate that mission.
Have you ever read those
just-
fucking novels? Like, I'm
I-
slipping into Akaros' voice on accident.
I wanna see that scene play out where he's like, but like Finn was asking her like, "Oh, what would you know about the plan?" Huh? And she's like, "Well, here's the plan." And then it immediately cuts to Finn running in to tell everybody else, "Guys, they're gonna have another train come along the parallel track, disconnect the first two cars, put a new fake car on, and then we have to fight the zombie president." And then everybody just starts slapping him.
God.
I mean, my brain has been like, can we suplex the train this entire time?
Suplexing the train would be delightful, but not while you're on it.
No, that's why we're fighting it.
Ooh, so you're thinking.
What was Erica saying that was probably much more important than recounting the worst parts of FF8?
Whenever Finn ran in, I was just like, someone needs to be looking out for these things. Ivy was just like, I've checked all the connections and everything's fine. Same joke.
I can go hang out with the people in front, make sure they don't get hurt. Steve and Jim, I think.
Ivy's eyes turn yellow as she's sort of processing the idea of like, do we stay in one area? Do we split? What, like, how are we supposed to deal with the situation? She's gonna look to Shoshana. How have the others been dealing with the prisoners so far?
In their usual manner.
Volatile.
She nods.
I believe I will stay with the prisoners. She's gonna be in here.
Tillman may be volatile. Finn's calm.
I mean, but you're playing a barbarian, so
Yeah, and right now he's not
for now.
angry. Yeah.
So that's a 7-hour train ride. More importantly, beyond like where would you position yourselves to be on guard? What would you guys be up to when you guys get incredibly bored?
Magnum's just gonna do little cantrip magic tricks. Pick a card, any card. Play patty cake with his cat.
Sitting
I
over here
don't think
still
my-
watching and saying, sorry.
Sorry, Em.
Go ahead.
I don't think my character gets bored, Jeff.
Finn will be sitting in the corner watching the prisoners and singing to himself.
God, I'd love to be doing something useful, but unless Shauna might just be meditating. Take a look at alternatives, but that's probably it. Actually, 7 hours.
Our engineer buddies are all the way up there. It's a long distance to come running.
I don't know if this is meant to be like a do nothing question, Jeff, or like another opportunity for an action.
Just more about like where would you position yourselves? What would you be doing? Is there anything else you want to do?
I have a question. Do the engineer peoples let Magnum into the thing with them, or is it like completely locked off, like can't get in there at all?
Oh no, he can get in if he wants to.
Okay. He's just gonna be on guard with them then. And they might end up having the typical teenage questions of, what are you doing? How are you doing? How's the ship run? And just being slightly oblivious.
They are all too eager to explain every possible detail of the binding of elementals for the purposes.
Oh no!
And Magnum pulls out his notebook and starts writing down things.
I like them. They're gonna die.
My first idea was to, in a word, lower the prisoner's health in preparation for the inevitable, but I feel like my friends might stop me from viciously assaulting people who can't resist.
I mean, I won't.
So instead, I was thinking I would use this spell, Jeff, which I sent only to you, and then have these to sort of just go around the train, keep an eye on things on my behalf.
Which two?
This spell that I showed you.
Yes. Do you have tokens for them?
I didn't really make tokens. I couldn't find what I wanted, but I can just describe them, and you can put down placeholders.
If you just want to like draw like an X or something on the map, just so we know like positions and what they are.
Okay. I will zoom out. So anyone who happens to notice this happening or notices the aftermath will see Toman just sitting among the prisoners, finds himself a wooden chair, begins to play his ocarina while just observing them and getting aggressive if they start to talk to each other. And during this time period, a raven appears. And it has unusual features. It has shiny, almost metallic wings. And moments later, a cat appears. And it looks a lot like Scragamuffin, but it appears to be made of metal fur and metal flesh. And a little while after that, a dog appears. These various familiars are going to spread throughout the train and just sort of keep an eye on things as best they can.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
The dog also full metal.
The dog is full metal. The dog's name is Five. The cat's name is Mecha Muffin. And the raven's name...
Yes!
And the raven's name... God, I can't find it. I don't know where I wrote that down. It wasn't as funny as the other ones.
Tell us when you remember.
Are all three of you posted up in the prisoner car for most of the trip?
Yeah, Finn will be.
Okay.
IVS,
I think probably then sooner rather than later, Shoshana's gonna peek back in. And this is just like she's frustrated that it didn't work the first time. She's pretty sure it's not going to work the second time. She's going to do something different. She's going to detect thoughts. There's two... Here, I'll pop it. Sorry, that's the GM. Whoops. There's two ways that you can use a spell. One is to specifically target one person you can see, and the other is to just sense thought in an area, like in a radius. So I'm trying to sense if there's thoughts inside the cell, the completely blocked out cell.
There is not.
Okay.
But it's difficult to tell at this point if it's actually being blocked or if there's legitimately nobody in there.
Okay. Well, either way, that doesn't change the information I have, So Shoshana definitely is going to spread out away from everyone. These are just like regular, like this looks like a dining car and the next one looks like a sleeper car, kind of. It's like a normal train.
Yeah.
Okay. The squares are the familiars?
Yes, and sorry I didn't level them. Trying to find where other. Oh, Shoshana's in the one car that doesn't have one, so never mind. But
Yeah,
there's
I was gonna pick a car that didn't have one, so I'm not sure which one yet. Mag's all the way up front, so I guess I'll be here. I'll just be. Wait, is that a bathroom? I don't want to be in the bathroom. Yeah. I'll just be in this room, meditating.
I guess the only question I have is when the familiars that went forward on the train would have had to pass Ivy. If she tried to interact with them, did they like ignore her or were they like friendly? What are the familiars like?
It would have been the cat and the bird that passed by her. The bird would have been more curious than the cat. The cat would have like not been aggressive, but like been skittish. The bird
If it was
seems to want
poked
to
as it went by, would
What?
it have been? If I poked it as it went by, would it have got pissed?
No, it's just like very skittish. It's just like it drifts away, it glares, it's watching, but it has a job to do, so it's not gonna stick around. The bird will hang out by Ivy for a second. How does she interact with it?
She probably would have like tried to see if it would like land on her arm.
It'll land on her arm, and Toman Patch looks at her and looks at the bird, and he concentrates and he puts a hand to his head, and he's focusing, and the bird cocks its head at Ivy, and it goes, Toman Patch, and then it flies away, and he's like, dead.
Happened.
It's able to talk, but it has a little bird brain, so it can't talk very well. You've said like 2 or 3 words every time.
Ivy just looks at Tom and she's like, "Were you inspired?"
It's in my nature to be inspired by those around me. The dog was meant to be Carter's, but he can get it next week, I suppose. It's not a big dog, it's just like a little terrier.
That's adorable.
Well, it's because the closest equivalent is a fucking weasel.
Well, that's what that kind of dog is.
When he says that the dog was meant for Carter, Ivy just like says, "That's very sweet of you. He does seem like he may need a companion."
He doesn't really respond to that. He seems sort of cagey.
Oh, really? Around cages?
Yeah. If any of you look at me and say, "Who's the real prisoner?" I'm going to stab you.
I'm stuck in a glass case of my emotions. Sorry.
The entire roster of prisoners all at once. Who's the real prisoner?
You're not stuck in here with us. We're stuck in here with you.
Arshak, my arch nemesis.
Alrighty.
As you're discussing that, echoing from the hall behind you, you hear this thud of heavy metal on the wood.
Uh-oh. Which hall?
Oh, behind Toman, sorry.
Oh, good.
And do you notice there's a pair of handcuffs discarded on the floor?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Is the danger lady
um,
is the danger lady just gone, or is she just standing there without her handcuffs?
She's standing there just rubbing her wrists.
He'll approach.
and I'll do the same.
Just smiles pleasantly and waves at you guys.
Why'd you take them off?
You wear those things for 7 hours. It's uncomfortable.
Are you gonna cause any problems?
Nope.
Hand them to me.
Gonna walk back and sit down.
Hand them.
The cuffs, they're like on the floor, like right beside you.
Hand them to me.
They're out of her reach.
He starts getting more aggressive. Okay, no, he'll just pick them up.
This is like that fucking prison experiment.
she's like, yeah, across the street. Man, this went right to your head, didn't it?
I don't have a comment for that.
There's an ethereal
Yeah,
voice that you just
yeah,
hear.
it did.
He's always like this. I'm joking, of course.
Becca muffin.
I've held on to that for 3 fucking weeks.
Don't you should get inspiration for the names, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's not that inspiring.
It's great, Jeff.
I love Mecha
It
Muffins. Don't get
inspires
me wrong.
me. It inspires me.
If I had bothered to get the tokens ready, then maybe.
Mm.
I'll have them next week. I think the last one was just like Carter Jr. or something. I don't know. I don't know. Because the dog was
I like
5
that,
because she was a
actually.
wolf.
It took me way too long to realize why 5 was funny.
I still don't know why.
Because
Ivy.
4 was a wolf.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I thought it was supposed to be related to Carter. I was like, I don't know.
I still don't know why 7 is scary.
7, 8.
Hey, you get inspiration.
Sure, Jeff gets to make the lame jokes. I'm sorry, that's mean.
No, that's quite honest. That's
Never apologize for bullying Jeff.
Bully him? I just lightly tease.
he knows what he did. Toman,
Nah.
Flock of Familiars lasts for an hour. What do you do when it eventually fades out?
Take a short rest, do it again.
He could honestly easily do that, if someone's willing to carry him.
Hurry him?
Like, he could do it out here in the open, but it would be easier for him to enter his extra dimension.
Oh, I getcha. Well, I'm a couple cars down if that's what you want to do.
I don't think we. No, I don't want a short rest in front of the prisoners. They'll do something stupid.
Well, they won't see, but you know, whatever.
Don't short rest in front of the prisoners. It implies weakness.
Yeah, he will approach Shoshana and inform her that he used some magic to try and survey the train, and he argued with the prisoners for a while, and he could go for a nap. So he'll ask her to hold on to his ocarina while he rests, and if... Okay. Once she takes it, he just disappears in a plume of green smoke. His entire body just turns to green smoke and evaporates into the air.
She just sets the ocarina in her lap and continues meditating.
A short rest will take at minimum 1 hour, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And he can do that once a day for up to 3 hours.
Finn is gonna slip over here and just kind of sit cross-legged in the middle of the floor and just look at anyone who looks like they're willing to talk and just ask the generic question of, so what'd you get locked up for?
Big Jim just kind of like droops. I've got anger issues.
Oh.
Ah,
I
I
love
feel
Big
the same
Jim.
way. I know how you feel. I lose my temper all the time. It's horrible. Does anyone else answer?
You just get like these guys are mostly just more bored out of their skulls into responding. You get various cause of like larceny. I murder too.
Yeah, same.
Piracy.
That's one I haven't done yet. That's fantastic, though. I want to hear more about that.
Oh, you should give it a try. It's wonderfully rewarding.
You know what? I should. Sounds like a hell of a thing to try.
But as the hours pass, Magnus, I think you're the first to know. Magnus, I keep doing it. Oh my god, Magnum, you're the first to notice. There's something swooping in ahead of the train.
How big?
Pretty darn big. It was sort of like on the tracks ahead of you, and it just passes by in the blur of motion. But you realize it was an airship.
He sighs. He just kind of like looks at the guy and goes, "Get down," and then he's gonna turn and book it.
And as Finn is having this lovely conversation in the cell, from the south wall, there's suddenly just a smashing and cracking, and oh, come on, just get that. Oh, it's not going to let me do this that easy, is it? Nope. Piercing through the wall come what appear to be grappling hooks.
Oh, god damn it. Oh.
Are they just fishing for prisoners? They got the wrong one.
Shit. Ivy, can you cast entangle over the part of the wall that's being broke right there to maybe block it in?
You asked about entangle?
Like, okay, where it's starting to break into the wall, the grappling hooks.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we could spread something like entangle over part of the wall to keep it together.
The
Make it
spell
maybe harder to break?
says that it's the ground, so that would
Okay.
be up to Jeff whether it could work on a wall. Technically, it says just the ground.
Oh, okay.
Chances are it'd be
I couldn't
hard to
remember.
pull out a specific section of the wall without like just ripping off the entirety of the side of the train.
Mm.
So it's this thing isn't gonna dare to make like a perfect door size shape.
Is there like, I'm not there, but is there like a concern that it might be able to pull the train off the tracks? I don't know if that's possible with the kind of train this is.
I don't think anybody knows if that's possible.
Oh, cool.
Yay!
Ow.
Uh,
How far would I have been able to run after seeing the shadow if I turned and booked it right after telling him?
uh, you're able to get pretty far. You can go and get to about where Shoshana is.
So like hereish.
Yeah.
He's just gonna run by. Airship! Airship! Keep going.
Just like way distantly in the hall, just airship, 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 airship.
Is that
Was
like something to be concerned about? Like, do we hear the grappling hooks from where we are?
Shoshana, you probably don't hear anything at all.
Okay, cool.
Magnum looks concerned.
Magnum. Okay, well,
Finn is preparing something, just in case.
Shoshana will sigh, stand up, and hold the ocarina out and like tap on it delicately.
Oh, please tell me this involves like you actually have to like play a note to blow Tommen out of the
I'll
ocarina.
do that. I've never done this before, so she's just like starting by knocking.
has it been an hour, Jeff?
Yes.
Green smoke floods out of the instrument, coalesces into his frame, and he appears and it's dispersed, and he's just like, do not tap on the instrument when I'm inside of it. It's very loud.
Fish don't like it when you tap on
All right, you didn't give me any instructions. What should I do?
Just hold it and keep it safe. It's fine now. Thank you. I'll take it back.
I'll give it back. Like, okay.
And he will turn it into his greatsword. He will demanifest it and remanifest his greatsword as he goes to see what the hubbub is about.
Yeah, and I'll follow behind him and Mag.
When you get to the first cargo car here, sure enough, there's another grappling hook piercing this car as well. Finn and Ivy, are you up to anything in particular?
Just preparing for whatever happens next.
I
Being
don't
ready
think
to act as quick as possible.
I don't think she has anything that can get through the cage to like get at the grappling hook. And none of my spells will work. So who's in that cage? Is it Big Jim? No, it's not. Damn it.
Yeah, which number is in this one?
That one is Buddy Not Grinkle.
Is it a gnome?
Yes. It's a good thing it was a gnome. If it was a full-size person, it probably would have been shot through with the grappling hook.
Oh God.
Oopsie diddles.
Does he look excited about this, or does he not look happy?
He is laying down on the ground and doing the best to make himself even smaller than he originally is.
Oh, damn it. And the hooks only are inside his cage right now, right?
There's one there, and there's one at the very end.
Oh. I'm gonna go down to that one because I did not see it. But we would have
Simonova.
heard.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no missing that one. As you're looking these over, Simonova stands back up and seems quite happy with herself. It's not too late to surrender.
What have you got planned?
She just grins brightly.
I'll surrender if you let me know. That makes it easier. Well, I might surrender.
She just shrugs. What's to explain? We're going to stage a train jacking, and I'll escape.
About train jacking, you don't mean trying to carry off the train, do you? How do you have this planned? No, I'm genuinely interested.
I'm curious about this myself. I was not in on the planning phase. I was in jail.
Ivy is looking at this one down here to see just how stuck into the wall does it seem.
Very.
So you would have to be super strong to like try to move it, or you'd have to have magic or something, right?
It would be an impressive strength check, yeah.
What if we worked on it together? Would
I mean, we
that
could,
give us advantage or something?
yeah.
All right,
It'll help.
if Finn wants to help, that Ivy can try it. I had another idea in mind, but help is good as well.
You can do whatever you want. I'm just offering if I need to help. I mean, my strength's like 16. I'll help.
Well, my idea was basically getting help, but for myself. So it's like it's nice to just have the help without,
Okay.
magical aid.
Okay.
So yeah, Ivy will try to be a beast again, like she was with that door.
Chosen one. Chosen one.
Good.
Um,
Raw strength.
as you are at in front of the door here, there's a window through the door. You can see there's people uh landing onto the cargo car just inside the door.
Oh, good.
God damn it.
But yes, strength with advantage. This will be like DC 22 though.
Okay. Ah.
The people landing. Okay, did me and Ivy see the people landing on the car, or was that Shoshana?
That's just Finn.
Oh. Yeah. If that's the case, second. Sorry. Pull up my. Yeah. Finn's gonna cast Hold Portal.
So I'll give a little. Oh, come on, wrong layer.
Hold portal.
That just closes the door.
Says it locks it.
And locks it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in making sure that the cars are locked up. Like that it's harder to get in the windows or the doors.
Yeah, yeah. Shoshana and company, are you guys up to anything back there?
I said I was following everyone and no one moved, so I'm still in this room.
I'm running as fast as I can down there.
Yeah, Toman is moving as fast as he can. I wasn't sure where that. I'll
Yeah.
just plot this.
I was waiting for GM information as to how far I can move my character.
Yeah, we're not in initiative yet, so don't worry too hard.
Can I? Oh, the hook. This is the first hook we see, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did either of you have an idea? Because I got little noodle arms. Like
I have an idea, but I'm not in the room yet.
If all that, I'm just gonna keep booking it towards him. And go, I have noodle
Yeah, I'm
arms."
assuming like you guys are able to book it in. Like there's no limit on your movement here.
Are there windows in this car where we can see what's putting the hook in the car?
There are not, but they were in the previous car if you wanted to look up before you came in.
I don't. I just want to make sure that nobody can see me as I cast Disguise Self and turn into the prisoner that we're accompanying.
Nice.
I am going to give you a token, and I'll try to put it under your
Yay!
control. I don't know how I was going to do that. Presents character. None. Controlled by all players. Save. Can you move that token above you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of look at the two boys and shrug, just in case.
No, it's a good idea. I'm tempted to do the same myself, but I think I'll wait until I think it's absolutely necessary. Before we go in that room, do we want to do anything about this hook?
I don't have anything that can do anything about it. I'm gonna cast mage armor.
There you go.
That's what I'm gonna do. You just see, whoa, purple light around him.
Tillman will take out a crowbar and attempt to give it a good, like, wrenching to see if it'll pop out.
I mean, I'll haul on it with you, but I don't know if I'm much help.
So Shauna will hold up her little crystal, and you'll hear some eerie whispers and have a D4 to add.
Should I roll advantage strength, Jeff?
Yes, please.
Okay. Strength, and then
Oh.
I guess I'll do the D4 because you already declared it, but it sounds like it's not necessary.
It's DC 22.
Oh my god!
He has rolled a 20.
Watch this, everyone.
This is
Watch this. Oh!
Oh. You managed to free the grappling hook and sort of managed to pry it out, get the right angle, and push it back out through the hole it entered in. There's an audible like groan from the train as like the pressure suddenly shifts in it and the car rocks back and forth.
Oh shit! They are pulling us off the tracks.
With that, continue.
Does it look like the people are walking across to where the grappling hooks are to get on the train, or what the grappling hooks look like they're for?
They're using them both apparently to hold the airship in place alongside the train and as a zip line. But
Jeff,
you only get a.
If someone were to cast Shocking Grasp, if these are metal hooks, what would you say would happen?
Not much. By this time, they've all boarded.
Oh shit!
Damn it!
And in fact, there is a large burly man in front of the door, looking at you through the window.
And it's just gonna stare back.
He reaches his hand back and punches through the window. Just smashes it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to roll smack him back because that pisses me off.
Would you like to roll initiative?
Yes, I would.
All right. We'll probably pause there tonight then.
God.
Yeah.
But we will have a little bit of a fun little bit here. So the window gets smashed out. The large gentleman steps aside, and a different man in a captain's uniform shows up.
God damn it, Jeff!
I should have known. You told me he didn't have an airship yet. You liar!
He didn't then. He didn't. Just flashes a big smile. Hey. All right. Welcome out of there. And we'll put it there for tonight.
I'm like Not convinced that they're here for our prisoner of interest.
Yeah, I
think-
kind of think they might be after the pirate lady.
Yeah.
And they can have her. Honestly, I don't give a shit. Like, just pay me the 1,000 gold and we can call it even.
Jeff, out
Oh.
of morbid curiosity, this isn't like we read some notes about an airship and someone appearing from another plane on that airship. This isn't the same airship, is it?
Is it?
The name of the airship was redacted, I do believe.
Oh shit! All right.
Damn.
Well, that's not the
that
name of
makes me
this ship.
sad.
Boo. Boo, sir. Boo.
Next pirate I play, I'm just gonna have them sail the ship, the good ship, redacted, and then everyone's never gonna be able to tell what kind of ship it is.
That's amazing.
Oh,
I
Is
don't
it
know
actually
if
gonna be
anyone's
like
ever played. Are we? Have we stopped recording?
No, because I'm not sure if anyone had any other closing thoughts, so I usually wait a few moments until people seem to be done making jokes about the game. But if that's done.
Well, what were you saying?
I think we're
Jeff?
done.